As we mentioned in the associate portion of this training, we have best standards for both rapid and bulk processing.
To meet and exceed these standards, it's important to have the right people in the right positions at the right time, and that's up to you.
Keep in mind when scheduling that you'll need to match associate availability along with their primary job and job transfer set to activities that need to be completed.
You should also maintain flexibility to respond to changing business conditions.
For example, high counts of conveyable cartons or heavy bulk flow that will require more processing.
Good examples, Rob. As you get more acquainted with and observe your team in action, you will learn their strengths and weaknesses.
Allowing you to cross-train and move them around to maximize not only their productivity potential, but the stores as well.
Let's take a look at rapid processing productivity and how it's calculated and posted.
We use Form 2 to track processing productivity. You'll see there's a spot for your store number and week ending date. You'll use this form all week to track productivity.
There's also a place on the right-hand side for filling in the Rapid Processing CPH standard.
Ashley, let's take a look at each of the components used to calculate actual CPH. Start us off.
First, there's the number of associates used during the processing. This includes the backroom coordinator, truck unloader, processing associates, as well as the cardboard and trash processing associates.
If it's a live unload and the driver is participating, the driver is included in the count.
Next, the start time is recorded. The start time is the moment that the truck door is opened.
That's an important reminder. Rapid processing productivity time starts when the truck door is opened and ends when the back room has been cleared of all trash, swept, and set up for the next day's rapid processing.
When rapid processing is completed, the time is recorded on Form 2, and the total processing time in hours is determined and recorded in the total processing time column.
Total labor hours is then calculated and recorded by taking column 1, the number of associates processing, and multiplying it by column 4, the total processing time.
Now you need one more piece of information to complete the calculation, and that's the conveyable carton count.
The truck unloader or backroom coordinator should be giving you this number once all the cartons have been unloaded.
Once you have it, record it in column 6 and then divide the conveyable carton count by the total labor hours.
The result is the conveyable cartons per hour for the day.
Compare the current CPH to the best standard. Did you meet or exceed the standard?
If so, congratulations. If not, think about what could have been done better or differently and apply it to the next day's processing.
Last but not least, you post the CPH number in the Productivity Center on the Processing Productivity chart.
Now let's take a look at calculating bulk processing.
Before we get to the actual calculations, let's discuss what the processing includes. Rob, let's start with furniture.
Processing furniture includes all of the time required to unpack, fully assemble, code, ticket, green tag each unit, and dispose of all trash.
Next, we have wall decor and mirrors. This includes unpacking, coding, ticketing, applying felt pads, green tagging where applicable, and disposing of all trash.
Lamp processing includes unpacking, assembly, applying finial caps and bar locks per policy, ticketing, coding each unit, and disposing of all trash.
Last but not least, we have rugs. Processing includes unwrapping, coding, applying the fact tag and green tag, hanging, and disposing of all trash.
Best standards are posted on the best board and updated periodically.
Okay, now we're ready to track bulk processing productivity.
We use two forms to track and calculate best bulk processing. Form 5, Best Bulk Processing Summary, and Form 2, the Processing Productivity Tracking form we were just using for the rapid processing calculation.
Let's work with Form 5 first. This is a daily form that is used to track the individual productivity for each bulk processing associate, as well as each type of bulk merchandise, furniture, wall decor and mirrors, lamps, and finally rugs.
On the form, you'll see a space for your store number, the day and date, as well as a space for the standard in minutes per unit for each type of bulk merchandise.
Once that information is filled in, write in the name of each bulk processing associate working that day. Make sure that you list them under the appropriate bulk items they will be processing.
When the processing is complete, you'll record the minutes worked and the units processed for each associate.
For each associate, you'll take the minutes worked and divide it by the units processed. This will give you minutes per unit by associate.
To calculate the total productivity for the bulk item category itself, take the total number of minutes worked for all associates processing that category and divide it by the total number of units processed.
Take a look at how your daily calculation compares to the best standards.
As we mentioned earlier with the rapid processing results, did your team meet or exceed the standards?
If so, great. If not, are there improvements you can make for tomorrow?
Okay, now that you have your bulk processing calculations for each category, you need to transfer them to Form 2, Processing Productivity Tracking.
Record the total units, total minutes, and minutes per unit for each bulk item next to the appropriate day.
Don't forget to transfer the summary information to the Processing Productivity Chart on the Best Productivity Center as well.
At the end of the week, you will be totaling the units and minutes for each and then dividing the minutes by units to calculate the weekly totals.
All completed Best Productivity Tracking forms are retained in the Best Binder in the store office.
That does it for our calculating and posting best productivity. We're going to turn it back over to your trainer, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.